This is the another method for the obstacle for chaining. So these are the methods where uh, points point A, okay, considered, sorry, there is a point A and point B, okay. So the, okay, so this is point A, this is point B, okay. So in this line length, okay, in this length, so you have to measure the distance between A and B. So A and B, you have to measure the distance. So how to find out the distance between this? But there is a one problem. You can't measure the distance A and B by keeping the tape between A and B directly, okay. There is a problem. There is a some pond is there, some forest is there, something is there between A and B. So in between this A and B, so there are the obstacle is there. How to find out the distance between A and B when there is an obstruction? So what are the different methods? So I will explain all the method one by one. So there may be whatever I'm explaining the methods. So any type of the method, the problem may be asked in the examination. So keep that view in the mind and try to solve the problem, okay. But here whatever the problem I am explaining, so there is a don't need to mug up all the methods, just whatever the methods I explained, that just memorize it, okay. So if practice the all this figure, practice all these figures, for all these figures how the problem will be solved. So 2 3 formulas will be there individually for every figures. So use that common formula to answer to solve the problems, okay. See, I told B and B is there, so you have to measure the distance between that. See figure. So there is a distance between A and B. You have to measure it. You have to measure the distance between A. You have to measure the distance between A and B. How to measure the distance between A and B? So what you have to do is take a take a chain. So when it is not possible in the chain, so first method what you have to do is selected 2 points. So 2 points A and B you have to select it on either side of the pond. So consider here there is a pond is there, okay. Here pond is there, whatever I'm showing here in purple color, that way there is a pond is there. So you have to select 2 points on either side of the pond, that is point A and point B. So next what you have to do is from a point A, consider a line, you draw it to that one perpendicular line 90 degree, you have to draw it. From the same way like from B also you draw one perpendicular, okay. Then what you have to do is, so exactly from point A, here there is a point A, okay. From point A, so consider there is a 10 meter, exactly 10 meter, you cut it, okay, you cut it here, okay. Here also from a exactly from B, so what you do is you cut 10 meter. So here 10 meter, here 10 meter, okay. Here 10 meter length, this length, whatever length option, this length green color, here 10 meter, here 10 meter. So cut an arc in this line, cut an arc exactly 10 meter, you cut an arc, okay. So then there is a one, earlier only there is a one line, this line is there, okay. So exactly 10 meter you cut an arc, you have cutted the arc. So next so distance the distance between here and here you have to measure now. You measure the distance from here to here, okay. So that distance will give the distance between AB, whatever the distance you have to measure now here to here, that this AB distance will be equivalent to this distance, okay. So whatever I'm showing here, this distance is equivalent to this distance, okay. So both are equal. So that I will remove everything, okay. Length here, the length CD will be equivalent to AB. So this is very easy method. Okay, very easy and very simple method. Next we'll go for second method. Okay, next second method, then whatever the length, so you draw, you have to select 2 points A, B and B, here and here. Okay, select 2 points. Then from A you set out a perpendicular of 90 degree. Okay, then you cut an arc for about 10 meter. Okay, got it. From here to here you draw another line. Okay, so AB you have cut a 10 meter from just 10 arbitrarily I have selected. That's my wish. Okay, so in field you can also do it on according to your wish and you can select it. So A and C you select it and I draw a line. Okay, then this line you take it, the third line, AB distance. This is an unknown. AB distance, whatever I'm showing in the line, that is an unknown length. Okay, AB line, that is an unknown length. Okay, so just use the hypotenuse theorem. So hypotenuse theorem, so this is an hypotenuse, that is BC. AB and AB are opposite sides. Okay, so AC square, okay, AC square is equal to AB square plus AB square. AB over no AC square. Okay, AC square. So here it is not AB, it is BC square. BC is what the hypotenuse now. Here it is a BC, B and C. Okay, BC square is equal to AB square plus AC square. Use this hypotenuse theorem, and we need AB. Okay, so this is what the unknown which we have to be determined. Keep AB there only. AC you bring to left hand side. Okay, so BC square minus AC square. So AB square is equal to AB square is equal to BC square minus AC square. So like that we can able to find out. So this is the second method. Okay, next third method. Okay, third method. So I told previously A and B you have to select the two corners of the pond. So here see, you have to use the optical square staff. What is the it is a staff. Okay, exactly it is like this. So I shown in the video. If you stand from one side and you can see the other side exactly straight line. Okay, you can see one straight line. So you can actually it is like a thread like structure on another end. Okay, if you see the thread like, you can see exactly whether it is in a straight line or not. So that is what optical square is. And you can be able to set out the perpendicular to 90 degree also. If it is a straight line, so you can set out the perpendicular 90 degree also. That is an optical square. When I come to the lab, I will show you that. Okay, optical square. So find out like that. So what you have to do is simply you at some angle. Okay, not exactly some angle, to any of your angle. Okay, anything any of your wish. So what you do is from any you draw one straight line. Okay, draw one straight line from an A point A. Okay, so after drawing that, so at some point you draw exactly 90 degree. Okay, you draw another 90 degree. So after drawing the another 90 degree, so what you have to do is you extended the line A. Okay, A to B you have to extend it. Okay, so line BC and AB, it will join to some point. Okay, after joining this length, so use the hypotenuse theorem. So consider ABC is a perfectly right angle triangle. So take AB as a hypotenuse and AC and BC are opposite sides. So I'll take it as that opposite sides and find out the AB. Okay, AB side as a hypotenuse. Okay, so AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square, and find like that. Okay, so this is very easy. So until here all are easy, but there is a next very important, very important. So E and F, I will explain it while I'm solving the problem. Simply I will explain and make you remember for the examination point of view, means it is not good. So that's why I will not explain about that. Okay. See, this is what actually very different problem. See here, AB is this problem is very common problem, very frequently, where it will come to the examination. Last 2-3 explanation what I have done, that will not come to the examination very frequently. What I am explaining now, this is very important. I will explain it, but while I'm solving the problem, you will come to know the clear way of understanding the how to find out the length AB by using this method. Okay, see here in this method, what you have to do is you have to select the 2 point C and D on the both side. Okay, here C and D, just consider A and B is the 2 points which you have selected on the 2 corners of the pond. So whatever I'm showing here, the red color I'm showing here, no, that is a pond. Okay, in either end you have to select it. Okay, so consider one imaginary line is passed between A and B. Wherever you select it, there may be between any 2 points there may be a straight line. Okay, that either you can see it or not. So consider you should take it as a straight line. Okay, take a point C and D on the 2 sides. Okay, one above or below the pond. One above is C, below is D, on the same straight line. Okay, so make a same straight line of CD. Okay, what you have to do is then measure the length AC, AD, then this BC and BD. Okay, this all the sides, whatever all the sides are there, you have to measure it. Okay, from A you have to measure C, from A you have to measure D, and from C you have to measure B, from D you have to measure B, or sorry, from B you have to measure D. Okay, all these sides you have to measure. Then consider the triangle BCD. Where is BCD? So this BCD. Okay, this triangle, take this one as theta. For this theta, to find out this angle theta, so first you have to find out this. Okay, theta angle you have to find out. So directly you should not go for angle like 30 degree, 45 degree, 90, 60 degree, like that. You should not find it. So you have to find it in the form of cos theta. So how to find out this? How to find out this cos theta formula for this one? Okay, what I'm showing here, BCD angle, how to find in the form of cos theta is, I'll show you some formula. Okay, here, see here, cos theta is equal to formula BC square. What you have to do is, consider theta is here, you have to take 2 sides. Okay, 2 sides you have to take it, and another side you have to leave it. Okay, what you have to do, you have to take 2 sides and you have to leave it another side. So consider I take side 1 BC, I will take another side is side CD. Okay, 2 sides I will take it, but BD side I leave it. So that is way to remember the cos theta formula. This is the cos theta formula which is there in the second PUC also, but I am making very simple to remember this formula. Cos theta formula is there. So this is the formula. If you open the composite angles in the second PUC, there it is there. Okay, so if you forget this, don't worry, but I will make you remember for remembering this formula for this figure. Okay, what you have to do is you remember 2 sides, one is BC and another is CD. So what you have to do is, for cos theta formula for this triangle, BCD triangle. Okay, BC one side you take BC square of one side, so this one. Okay, I told these 2 sides you have to remember. Take BC square, one side cos theta is equal to BC square, this one. Okay, this one, and plus CD square, another side square you have to take it. Okay, next what is there, the third side, what I told, the third side I told, no, this one, uh, the third side I told, no, what is that, that is B and D. The third side you have to do minus, that is BD square. Okay, whatever I told, first two sides whichever you have taken, that you have to add it, and the third side whichever you take it, that you have to do minus. Okay, minus BD square. Okay, next the numerator you have written. Okay, next denominator. So denominator, what you have to do is, you write denominator 2, just you write it 2, and whatever the two sides which you have taken for addition, so that B and C and DC, you just write it below. Okay, this is how you have to remember. So whatever the numerator is here, two sides which you have added, so that two sides just you bring it to denominator, 2 into 2 sides. Okay, this is how the this is how you have to write the cos theta formula. Okay, so this is how you have to remember. Okay, so what you do is, just take a triangle, theta one side angle you have to remember, so take on a one side, two sides you have to take it, so BC continuously you have to take it, B and C. Okay, so these two angle you have to remember, no, so that's why you this angle you have to find it. So that's why you take whatever I'm showing, BAC and CD, two angle, two sides as a positive sides, and this third side as negative, so that is BD side as negative. Okay, so BD as negative side you have taken now, so that's why it is minus BD. So remember this cos theta. Okay, so after finding this cos theta, then what you have to do is, you have to find out, your ultimate aim is you have to find out the length AB, no. Okay, AB length you have to find it. So to find out that AB length, what you have to do is, after finding this cos theta, AB length, how to find out? So just only you remember this formula. When I am solving the problem, I will teach you how to take that formula and do that. Okay, so that is very simple, but I don't want to make you confused. That's why. Okay, otherwise I will tell you, very simple, it's very simple, it's not a very big issue. Okay, so AB, just I will write the formula, length AB is equal to, consider, that is AB square you have to AB length you have to determine now. So AB square, that is what length you have to determine, AB square. So I told two sides, which angle you have taken, this one, BDC. Okay, BDC you have taken now. So what you have to do is, you have to take BCA. Better, I will not to make confuse for you. Try to know this, how we have taken the cos theta formula. So finding the AB length, when I am solving the problem, I will tell you. Okay, this explanation also, this explanation and this explanation I will teach you separately when I'm solving the problem. Okay, this method, whatever I'm showing, this method is not examination frequent. They will not ask much. They will ask whichever I'm giving the tick mark, they will ask very frequently. Okay, very frequently, these two they will ask. Okay, these two they very frequently they will ask in the examination VTU. So this method you keep it in mind, and problem on these two you have to keep it in your mind. Okay, so otherwise it is very impossible to get it. This two problem, only two formula you have to use it, hardly 6 steps is there. There is a, it may be allotted for 8 to 10 marks, sometimes 8 marks, sometimes it is a 10 marks. So key, it's a very important in this model. Okay, I will explain that in the next video. So that will be very helpful.